Hi, in this video I'm gonna talk about the game between Mithirii and gerrysw11. Okay. And white decided to push, but we need to remember that if we choose this push, we give away points for black. So instead, it's nice to consider to come back to the corner, like that. Because also, by playing here, white builds a wall, but this wall is not facing the greatest direction because black already has stone over here, so this wall will not work quite well for white. And now white played very close to this wall, and when we have a wall we want to play as far away from it as we can. So instead, let's play something like this shoulder hit. Because what happened in the game is a little bit too over-concentrated. And once again, white decided to push, but he's only giving away points for black, and his wall is now definitely not facing the good direction, because here is a strong group of black. And what will white gain from getting this wall? And still he has no corner, because black can anytime take it away. And if we play here, what will black do? If he plays here, we can peep. And now black will not get any sure points, because we played some light stones and we have a corner. Black has some group that is not getting much. Of course, black can also play like that, but it's okay. Okay, and now white is trying to use weakness in black's shape. Let's see how it goes. White also has to remember that if he plays here, he may harm a little bit these stones, as happened in the game. Because now black let white live in the corner, but he harmed this group. It's weaker than it was before, because suddenly some black stones appeared over here. And now, what white should do? White decided to live with this group. Yeah, because if he does not add a move, he will get killed by black. But now it leaves a chance for black to connect. And what if we made this cut? Now, of course, white group is not alive, but black does not have time to kill it, because his groups are also in danger. This group is in danger and this group is in danger. And black has to answer somehow. He has to play a move like that, and now white can extend. And still, black is in danger, he has to answer. And white has a lot more forcing moves. He can play here, and black has to answer. And right now, white managed to separate both black groups, and later on he can just come back and live with this corner. But black is not connected, so white will for sure maybe not kill, but definitely get something from this attack. And like that, it's too good for black, because yeah, white lived, but now his stones are weak. And black is very strong. Black is very strong. Okay, white played this move, but now he can't come back like that. If we play this move, we play it only if we later on want to play Sezon. Because what happens next? It's not that obvious for black to answer. Because if black answers here, now white can get some of the corner, like that, or like that. But black can try to resist and play this move. And now white cuts, black plays here, and it leads to some complicated fight. Of course, if white has a ladder, white has to have this ladder to play like that. And it leads to some fight. So maybe because of white has already a stone over here, maybe it would be a good fight for him. And like that, I don't think if this was the good move right now. Maybe let's just secure our corner. And now white can't play this Sun. Yeah. And white play like that. And black connected. But now he leaves this chance for white to play this Atari. And black doesn't want his free stones to be captured. So he has to connect. And white still has access to his corner. So maybe instead of this move, let's play here immediately. And now we block white the access to the corner. And if white plays here, we don't have to connect this Atari. I mean, like that. We don't have to do it. We can play elsewhere. Black tries to put some pressure at this group, but it would be better to do it like that. Let's peep. And this move. I see white is trying to secure this group, which is weak. White has two weak groups, but he could do it in a better way. He could play it here. And this move is also looking into black's shape. This is an elephant's eye, and it's very easy to cut, right? Because white can play like that. So instead, maybe let's try from this peep, and if white connects, let's close him for sure. And if he does not connect, we can cut him, and white is still not alive. We got some points, white is still not alive. But white can't play Tenuki like that. This group is in more danger. He has to play a move over here. And this group should have enough space here to live. And like that, white just gets killed. And I think there's nothing more about this game. White was trying to do something, but it didn't work. White has to remember that he has only 3 liberties over here. So it's nearly impossible to kill this or this. Because those groups already have more than 3 liberties. They have space to run. So it's impossible for white to kill them and save this group. So let's sum up. This push is not always good, especially if our wall is not facing any interesting direction, so sometimes it's better to just come back to the corner. We don't want to play close to our walls, we want to play as far away from them as we can. This move looks a little bit over-concentrated, instead let's play farther away, for example this shoulder hit. Sometimes before leaving, we can exchange some forcing moves. For example, here, this cut, which is very important because it separates black groups. And black doesn't have time to kill white group in the corner. He has to answer white's moves, and white can easily separate him and work with it later on. To play this move, we have to have a ladder, and we only play it if we later on want to play Sun. And it's not that obvious for black to answer. If he plays here, white can get some of the corner. And if he plays here, there's some fight. And I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. And for those who managed till the end, there's a picture of my cat.